starting straight up, Ilona Maher continues to establish herself as a star globally and not simply a star of rugby, which I think is a very, very big deal. So we have talked about her basically every week since the Olympics has ended. It's basically a month since the Olympic has ended, and I feel like there's always another bit of news that goes on with Ilona every single time. And for me, I'm ecstatic by it because it ain't like small news. It ain't like some dumb ish. Like it's legitimately global celebrity stuff that you would expect from a US based international player who has connections to Los Angeles. And whoever her management team is are connecting the crap out of her because it was announced this week that Ilona is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. I don't even watch the show, but I know that's a big deal. You're talking about the show that had Emmett Smith on it, Warren Sapp on it. I only know football players. Jerry Rice was on it. I think there were some other stars, but I don't really care about them. And now they got Ilona Maher. Like, can you name a time a U.S. rugby person? A U.S. rugby person, a rugby person has been presented into a celebrity status, into a regime publicly where they are now absolutely getting over into it. Like, absolutely getting to it. I want to take a quick sideline. Yo, my boy Corey, real quick, and this is about the Japan story, said that is a massive jump up for Japan. I didn't know that the current coach personally, but I believe that Phil is a massive defensive-minded coach, and he will add the content to give Japan the ability. I'm going to add that in the cuts later on, but that's a good one. Thank you very much, Corey. I do appreciate you. But back to Ilona, like, this is a big deal. Last week, she was Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover model. The week before that, she's doing Good Morning America, doing every single major news show, the late night show with Seth Meyers. The week before that, she's winning bronze medal. And now she's on Dancing with the Stars. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is more of a big deal than people want to give it credit for. I had a buddy of mine talk to me, and he was like, yo, what's the sensation that makes Ilona Maher? Is it just because she showed her body? And I was like, no, it's not. She was already a sensation, and hence why she was able to do the swimsuit model, the swimsuit cover. But the real reason is, homegirl did the 3 pillars that you need for any marketing and branding that was said. You need to make sure that you have a personality. You need to make sure that you have a message, and you need to make sure that you have a platform to prove your message out. And she did all 3 of that, and it took literally 4 years to really come all together and it culminate together. Because that was 2021 to 2024. So really 3 years, but I'm going to say 4 because let's say 2020 for Olympic wise. And then on top of that, we had the announcement of her wanting to get a chance to run on to the Rugby World Cup team. That is multiple big deals simultaneously. And I don't think that should be underslotted. And look, the reason this is a big deal, it's not just because, she's getting this celebrity status. That it is significant. As rugby people, that is a significant thing. This is what you have to be able to do. And I think as a result, the USA Rugby media team has been swamped by needing to get these press releases and trying to put things together, which I think is fantastic because it's a business model that you can build on with the attention that can be brought from that, as long as she is continuing to present on the platform that is rugby. But the real thing is, the big deal of it is that it creates a different spotlight. And now the fanaticism that goes with rugby no longer is a European-centric, Oceania-centric version of fanaticism where we can stick to these specific limitations that go with the culture, and hence it gets fed into rugby, and then we get copied here and copied in the States. No, what you now have is the version of fanaticism that can be created the American style. We utilize our big media heads to be able to create the narrative that allows them to be able to rise and grow. And that creates, unlike the economy in the US, a perfect trickle-down effect to other components of the game. And now you get to see these people connect on. So needless to say, for her to be able to be on Dancing with the Stars so quickly, Honestly, I didn't even know the show was still on. But if you look on her stuff, you got Hulu responding to her, you got Paramount responding to her. She's got real celebrity status that is actually connecting. And look, you can say, oh, is it because she's got 3.5 million followers on Instagram and another 1.2 point something, 3 point something on TikTok? And I'll say, no, it's not that. It's a part of it, but it's not that solely, because there's a lot of people that have millions of followers but do not get the same amount of LA time. And we need to make sure that you're continuing to do that. And I said this in a video on my social media on TikTok and Instagram, that I was like, I feel so old when I say it, on TikTok, on the gram, and that basically was like, make sure you keep promoting. This is the year that you can promote the most, because there's going to be a lot of confirmation biases that's going to go along with what you're talking about to what people see on a regular public eye. And it comes with having a sensation representative like Ilona on that stage to be able to represent. And she's doing a good job representing. She's doing a great job. And it's obviously, I think right now it factors more so for the women than it does for the men, but the men need to jump on this as well. The men absolutely 100% need to be able to jump on this as well. And I think that is something that needs to stand out pretty hardcore. All right. Pretty bloody hardcore. So shout out to Ilona on this one. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. How do you feel about this? Like, I know, I will be honest with you, I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I'm not a big network TV guy, and I don't really care that much about reality shows, but I do recognize whenever it's a big deal. Just like the late night TV. Like, there's a side of the country that absolutely watches it. It's a majority of the country, in my opinion, especially in middle America. And when it comes to Dancing with the Stars, it's a much bigger name and a much bigger outcome. And I bet you we're going to see her more on social media news. Like I said, watch out for like the Shade Room, and maybe that's a little black, but Shade Room and all these little, TMZs and all that, to start watching for her, because she's based in San Diego. She's got connections clearly in LA. Her management team is clearly based out of LA. She's gonna eat. If she doesn't have an agent now, she's going to have an agent. I don't know if it's a sports agent, but if she has a sports agent, she's probably going to get a casting agent. And I would not be surprised that if you, in the next year and a half, especially maybe by next year's summertime, that she's not going to be in some films or TV. And if she is, I'm telling you, it's going to change the way that we have to go about rugby. But like I said, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know where you guys are. And look, we'll keep doing it. Hey, you know what the thing is? I forgot to do my little intro because I have one for Ilona. So bear with me. I'm going to do the intro now, even though it's coming to the end of this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. There we go. Okay, I had to do it because I keep forgetting. So just expect that the next time we talk Ilona Maher news. So, bring it in. I had to get it into the repertoire, man.
They're the wheat flour that you can eat. My name is GiftTime in Baylor. I'm here with Health Enhanced Foods. And I want to tell you about one of our best and most beloved products, our sweet white wheat baking mix. Now, this is the baking mix for those who are not really looking for something that's gluten-free, but they are looking for something that they can eat that is going to still be healthy and is not going to be dangerous. White flour is typically a very processed, incredibly bleached flour, and it's not good for you. It's incredibly cheap for a reason. Our sweet white wheat bread mix is whole grain, dairy-free, high in dietary fiber, free of additives, and is absolutely unprocessed and unrefined. With our sweet white wheat bread mix, you can feel like you're getting all the same rewards that you would get from poor white bread, but with all the nutritional value. You're able to still make your bread loaves or your cakes, your flat bread or your cookies, but you don't have to feel like you are going to be robbing yourself of good carbohydrates. You can get the sweet white wheat bread mix from healthenhancedfoods.com. Absolutely go impress your friends and family with the greatest bread while not making them feel like they have to be gluten-free at the same time. No dangers, full body pleasures. Go ahead and get yours today. Let's go.